There is one stock that is about to skyrocket. On October 10th, Trump and Xi, the Chinese president, agreed that China rare earth companies are still going to be able to export rare earths to the US. They're just going to be approved before that happens. So 95% of rare earths come from China. So that was a big deal to have that agreement come into place. Of course, before that agreement came into place, there was a massive move down in the market, and a bunch of people who were long Bitcoin and Ethereum got liquidated. It was the biggest down move in Bitcoin and Ethereum for months. Of course, Bitcoin is linked to the SPY, and people who were long Bitcoin bore the worst of it. But people who were long the SPY are back up. We're back above those levels. China met with Xi again in South Korea at the end of last month, and import tariffs are down. That was the agreement on Chinese products. And also China removed some retaliatory tariffs. So tensions are good, and China looks like a strong bet towards the end of the year. The ticker, it's an ETF, is YINN, like yin and yang. YINN is the bullish one. Let's jump into why this whole China narrative seems strong and what's going on with AI in this ETF. There's a lot of AI stocks in it. It's a good thing. Not financial advice.
This is Sam Putnam.
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 So this is the most recent meeting. This is the deal. U.S. agreed to reduce some tariffs on Chinese goods, some like 10% reduction. Some were much more. Combined rate was good. I don't know if that's an average or what, but as we know with tariffs, they just kind of pulled numbers out of thin air. So the tensions were reduced. That was a big deal. And China agreed to buy a bunch of soybeans. So that's cool. Soybeans went up a lot on that news. This is the move. Pretty crazy 10% move. And not long at all. Big gap up on that talk. And then there's the specific move from the talks with China. And of course, what we care about more is probably the market as a whole, right? So interestingly, this was the agreement, 10:30, and the market sold off since then. So I think what's happening, though, is this is not actually related to, I'm not here to play market macro god or anything. I have no idea what the market's going to do tomorrow. But in general, on a monthly basis, when the market goes green day, gap up, green day, you're going to kind of expect some pullback at some point. And we don't have to be like some sort of, computer whiz to look at this chart and say, well, when it goes up a lot of green days in a row, days that it goes up are green, it's going to have some pullbacks a little bit. So pullback maybe a little more than it was expected. This was pretty gnarly on Friday. But we are gapping up based on, it seems like, partially the government reopening. And we've recovered this 10-10 drop on the initial rare earth scare. So this was when all the rare earth companies went pretty wild right here. A little extra move in USAR. I mean, MP already had a pretty big move, but that day definitely was good. We can see it here for rare earths, big move up as the SPY went down. So since then they've sold off, and so instead of trying to pick, hey, maybe rare earths are going to go up again, it's like, yeah, they might go up again, but that's because they just got destroyed. And instead, I think as a whole, the Chinese index looks good, which is YINN on the New York Stock Exchange, holding up pretty well since this big drop off, which of course is that 10-10 day. The rare earth control stay. Now, what are we talking about here when we're talking about yin? We're talking about Baidu, the Chinese Google. We're talking about Alibaba, the Chinese Amazon. They're holding up strong. They're presenting little flag opportunities. And sure, there are some other stocks as well, Futu, to take a look at. Make sure they go through earnings without any big hiccups. Tiger as well. But in general, to just place a directional bet on these US listed versions of Chinese stocks, you can see it's very gappy. It's sort of like a speckled chart because these are Chinese stocks. So they trade when the US is asleep, right? So the chart's a little bit different looking than the SPY, which is nice and smooth. But despite all of that, there is solid opportunity here. There's solid liquidity. This is on a daily basis. There's 50, sometimes up to $1 million, sometimes a little less. So you could say there's at least $500,000 a day in this, $50 million a day. Meaning if you put a $500,000 position, 1% of that, you could do that with the click of a button and not move this thing at all, okay? So plenty of liquidity for almost all of our viewers, and I think it's setting up well given the strength higher low from the 10-10 lows. Now, anything else to really be concerned with? I mean, all you really need to know is that China is in this AI race as much as the US, and the yin contains Baidu and Baba, which, like I said, that's essentially Chinese Google and Chinese Amazon, which have big cloud revenue growth sectors of their earnings. So this is the SPY of the East. So that's the ticker, YINN. If you like these ideas, hit that like button. If you want a free course on how to buy stocks before they go up, hit that subscribe. I post that once a month for subscribers. Just posted it today. And if you want one-on-one help, head over to stockscommunity.com. We also do a daily drop-in, kind of like a stand-up, where you can see the recording as well. So it's a place for busy people who want to improve their investing.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.